I'll do. Right. Before I start, now I know a lot of you take notice. You shouldn't really, but what's in the background? Because you're basically nosy, aren't you? So I thought I'd show you this one. And yes, that is an original. That's from before Harry Houdini was into all the hang-ups and being an escape artist. From when he was basically known as a card magician. Very rare. There's only two in the world. And guess who's got one of them? Yep, me. No, I'm not selling it. No, it's not for sale. Not at any price. Because to be honest, it's worth more to me than I'd ever get. Besides, you've got to wait until there's a big upsurge again before you sell things like that. I've got a few things that, from those days when I used to do the escapes and stuff, that are still sort of kept in storage and stuff. I've still got the original escape trunk used by Harry Houdini, which is at a secure location. One of only two in the world again. It's not worth as much as you think. Now, I did have an offer from Paul Daniels in '89 for about 20 grand for it, which I turned down, obviously, because I wasn't going to sell it. It wasn't for sale at any price. Now, you'd probably be lucky to get about 5, to be honest. Because there's not exactly an upsurge in escape artists, you've got to wait until there's a big sort of upsurge. Wait until Copperfield or David Blaine or someone does a bloody escape, and then everything goes up in price. So that's basically that. So yeah, it's quite a nice design poster. I've been thinking for a while of doing a 3D version of it, just for my own amusement. Excuse me while I turn to the side here. I don't normally turn to the side because I've got a bit of a big nose. See, look, a bit of a big nose. It's amazing, you never see yourself side on unless it's in a photograph. See on the back of your head. So that's one thing I notice with artists. People have weak areas. Now, a lot of people know what my weak areas are. I go out my way to tell people. I don't hide them like some artists because, as far as I'm concerned, I don't bullshit. I don't tell lies. I say it like it is. You don't like it tough. That's where I come from in the northeast of England. We tell it like it is. So that's what I do. So, at the moment, my dodgy area was always the back of the head. Why? Because I don't see the back of my own head. So I put a bit of work into that. Because, a little key for any sort of digital sculptor type guys. Back of the cranium there, right? If you look, that will line up with there. If it doesn't line up with there, if it's too high, too low, you're buggered. Same as the corner of the eye, it will always line up with that little curve there on your ear. On the eyebrow. It's another way of telling if everything's lined up. So there, you've learnt something from this Waynecast. Or maybe not. Knees have always been a trouble for me. Big trouble. So what I did, remember I did one from a different location when I was working away from home. A little Waynecast. Now what you didn't know is a few hours after that I did something very strange. Now this is probably about strange as it gets. Now I had my digital camera with us because I always keep it with us when I'm working away in case I need a texture shot, see if a brick wall or concrete. Sometimes it's easier to go and get one than get it off a disc or something like that. And if I'm away from home I can't get it. So and I thought, well, I've always had a problem with knees. No matter how much I look at the anatomy, it makes sense, but it just doesn't translate well. It's always been one of my limitations. So I thought, right, okay, let's crack this walnut for once and for all. So what I did was I stripped down to my underpants. Yeah, I did. Yeah, stripped down my underpants and set the camera on a timer and took a number of photographs of my knee in different positions, all over the place. And that actually helped me more than any reference photograph or any anatomy book did. And now I can do a good knee. Simple as that. Yes, it's very strange. No, you wouldn't want to do it in public, but sometimes you've got to do strange things if you want to, try and push yourself a bit. So, as I said in the last one, there's some number of areas of my sculpting, because nobody's perfect. You know what sells a dead giveaway? If somebody's dodgy with legs and knees. All the characters will have trousers on, or long skirts if they're female. Or they'll have knee pads, that's another favourite. Boots if they're not very good at feet. There's a number of, it doesn't mean that the person can't do them, but a lot of the time, every character has it on that's a pretty good bet, that's their dodgy area. Also, the angle at which the render is shown. If somebody's always 3/4 ways on, you know that one side of one of the knees is a bit dodgy, and probably the back side as well. These are just small things that you'll learn as you go on. But if you know how you can hide something, you also know that other people know it as well, so you've got no bloody choice but to put it right. Simple as that. So there you go. Another reminder, just quick one-liner, sub-day competition, still open, subdivisionmodelling.com, open till the 28th of February. Just as a little reminder. Yes, so I haven't, I've been spending a little bit longer online now I'm back online a bit. Still not back in as much as I would do because I've got so much on. And there's not enough hours in a day. So I'm actually going to petition the UN to increase the number of hours in a day from 24 to 36. It's obviously not going to work, but it's worth going it. If only it would work. But yes. So I think it's keen time for me to go, because it looks like the blizzard is stopping a little bit. Now around here, what that means is give it 5 minutes and it's going to get 100 times worse. So I want to try and get at least some work done, even though it's not really work, for another hour or so, just to get my hands warmed up, warm my brain up, do a couple of those practice models, and I'll see you all next time, whenever that is. Probably next Wednesday, unless it's a massive blizzard, in which case it might be never. Anyway, right, I'll see you all next time. Hopefully you found this entertaining. If you haven't, well, stuff you, don't watch the next one. I'm joking, of course. I know some of you find it addictive to listen to me rabbiting on randomly, but hopefully you find a little bit of information in them that every now and again, amongst the endless reams of crap, that's interesting. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.